That's when 2007 was like, did he beat the Bears that year?
No. I was at the Super Bowl when, remember, they were going for the perfect season, right? Him and Randy Moss are going up top.
Okay.
Tom Brady.
Now it makes sense.
And Tom Brady was drafted ahead of me in the MLB draft, by the way. Yeah, he let me know that.
So the football-baseball connection. I mean, we can go down.
Really good baseball
we can go down the list of so many of those guys. Jameis Winston, and we can go Kyle Murray.
Let's get to Kirsten.
Let's get to all right. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, great day for him. He's now with Kirsten in the media.
Yoshi, when you look at your outing, just 7 innings of work, not as much swing and miss as usual, but to be putting the ball on the ground, what did that just say as to where your stuff was at today?
今日普段に比べてちょっと空振りの数が比較的少なかったと思うんですけども、それでもうまくいったっていうのは何を考えてたんでしょうか。
積極的に振ってきてたので、とにかく丁寧にしっかりいいところに狙って投げていきました。
You know, because they're being really aggressive, so I was just trying to be fine and then hit the spot where I wanted to locate my balls.
Was that an adjustment that you made in game, or is that kind of the plan for you going into this one?
そこはゲームの前からそういうプランとしてあったんですか、それともそのゲームの中でそういう風に投げていこうと思ったんですか。
振ってくる前提で、準備はしてましたし、試合に入って。実際にすごく積極的に来てたので、とにかく失投がないように、集中して、投げれたのでよかったと思います。
I was prepared with their aggressive lineup in my mind, and then I was focusing on executing my pitches one at a time.
Your own notes in your memo book. How much did you look at those notes from last year's playoffs for today's start?
今ベンチでイニング間にノートを結構見てるんですけども、ノートっていうのは去年のプレーオフぐらいからこの時点まで結構使うようにしてるんですか。
そうです。ずっと使ってました。使ってましたね。そうです。
I had been using that. It's been quite a while. I've been using that for a long time.
Again, great outing for him. 7 innings pitch. He only gave up 1. D-Train. And let's go to the K-Zone. Show us, break it down what he looked like.
You know what? This is why he's one of the best arms in all of baseball. He's a big game hunter. The mound presence, the focus, and the poise. The ability to use all his pitches to stay out of the heart of the plate. That's every starting pitcher and really pitcher in baseball's dream. To be able to change eye level with the fastball, but also use the sinker, use the split finger to not only produce swing and miss, but get ground balls, as you can see. I love what Jay Harris says on this show. Hey, infielders want to play too. Well, in big situations, as you can see, he's able to get ground balls. It gets Mookie in the game. It gets Kim in the game. It keeps everybody on their toes. And again, he's athletic enough to do his own PFP. Why? Because he throws strikes. If you're going up against him, you have to honor all the pitches because he throws strikes with every single thing, so you can't eliminate anything. And so it is truly fun to watch him pitch and really develop. I got to be honest, ever since that first start he had in the Dodger uniform in Korea, that seems like it was 12 years ago, you know what I mean? Because ever since then, he has really emerged as the front line ace and one of the best and most respectable arms in all of baseball. The numbers and the proof is in the pudding.
You see the innings pitched 7, and you see the hits, but look at the Ks. It's only 3, right?
Right.
But we saw in that K zone that D-Train really broke down a lot of soft contact to induce double plays, and that's what we want. I think one of the biggest moments in the game was that first inning, this pitch right here. The sinker, we're on first base, nobody out to start. The bottom half of the first inning, right there, kills the momentum.
Yeah.
Because Terrain's saying, okay, he doesn't want to walk me.
Right.
I'm going to get a fastball, I'm going to drive some of the gap. Now we're in business. Instead, double play, nobody on base, and here comes Contreras with nobody on. Those moments right there as a starting pitcher, and D-Train, you know, okay, sometimes, yes, you want to go full throttle. But there are times where, and CC Sabathia used to always tell me, I want to dangle the carrot.
Yeah.
Dangle the carrot to induce weak contact so I can get 2 outs for the price of 1. And that's what Yamamoto did today, inducing soft contact and inducing a couple of double play balls. And like you said, we all say this, We all want to play, man. We want to do our thing on the infield. He allowed his infielders to do their thing, and that's why he was able to pitch efficiently through 7.
And run support helps. Obviously, he didn't have that last time we saw him there as well. All right, well, Andy Paez and the Dodgers are now a season-high 13 games over 500, and they've got the third-best record in the majors. We're going to have more reaction ahead. Dodgers get the win 5-1 over the Brew Crew.
No, but today, what were you just seeing from him and how he was executing his pitches, navigating through their lineup?
I thought he was in complete control. I think even today didn't have feel for his curveball. Kept using it, which I like, but never really got a handle on it. But the split, the fastball, all that stuff were great. And then obviously for us to catch a lead, and attack on a little bit. Andy's homer was big. But, yeah, I thought Yoshi was in complete control today.
We're looking at just what not only the rotation is able to do right now, but really what the bullpen is doing. I mean, to see just the continuation and the constant building on these really clean outings, what is that just kind of, what are you seeing from this group and what is it saying about them right now?
I think it's confidence. Regardless of who we run out there, when we run them out there, they all just seem confident. And I think, again, when you have a lot of guys in the pen that are confident throwing the baseball well, you can spread out the usage. And so, they all seem rested. They're all anxious to get out there and pitch and perform.
Tucker's OPS is almost to 800 now over the last few weeks. What have you seen from him that feels more Kyle Tucker-like?
Well, one thing is he's hitting lefties, which he's always done throughout his career. He got a big triple today, a big hit, but he's gotten a lot of big hits for us, and I think that's one part of it. I think that, I haven't dug into the numbers, but I do think his chase rate is down considerably in the last couple weeks, and he's getting into good counts, and he's making, more solid contact.
We're leaving a lot of runners on the first few innings, but how much did it help us kind of drain that starting pitcher so he finally kind of ran out of gas there?
It was great. It was great. That's kind of a hallmark of what we do, and I think even this series from the outset, we got into the pen, used our leverage guys for multiples in a game that we ended up losing, and we did it again yesterday and today. So I think today, like you said, we did get to the starter, wasn't efficient, taking our walks when needed, and then we got to their lower leveraged arms, and that's a good recipe right there.
What do you think has kind of prompted going back to Kyle, just the plate discipline and the pitch selection that's been better?
I don't know. I know that he's built trust with the hitting guys, and there's a lot more back and forth conversations. No one, I would assume, doesn't want to chase out of the strike zone, especially with his DNA of controlling the zone. I think his mechanics are much more in sound and kind of where he wants to be. But I still think there's more in there. And I know he's not feeling perfect. But to speak to, the question earlier is that he's still, over the last couple weeks, has been really productive. But I think that the conversations, just being more comfortable in the batter's box.
How much did Andy throwing out Turang in the third inning change the outcome of the game?
It was a big play, man. He's, the overall player, the WAR, the defensive value, not only getting to baseballs, but the plays that he makes, he's got to be up there in league leading in assists by outfielders. It's a strong arm, it's an accurate arm, and it definitely flipped the momentum.
When you look at this road trip as a whole, just what were you most pleased with?
I think I was probably most pleased with, we took care of business in Anaheim with the offense. San Diego was an emotional series that, I think we lost the first one, came back. So I think, the last two series, we lost the first one, came back to win both series. But I think I'm probably most proud of the bullpen as far as kind of what they've been doing. Because there's a lot of different guys that are the reason why they've been so successful recently. And I think the offensive fight is better this road trip.
All right, thank you, Skipper. Well, Jerry, when is the league going to learn that you don't run at Andy Paez, right? There you are. You said it early. He's good.
Don't you run at Andy?
We're going to go all access 360 on Andy's league-leading fifth out.
Kyle, all of last year you had 4 triples. You now have 1 in back-to-back games, plus you add that double today. What does that just say as to where your swing is at right now? But also I kind of have to imagine your legs got to be a little tired after those 2.
Yeah, running around, it's worth it. So that's a good thing. But I mean, I'd like to stay inside the ball a little bit better. I feel like I'll take them. I mean, they're down the line, but just trying to do my part, barrel them up, trying to have decent at bats, and just try and get guys in. So worked out well for us today.
With the 2-run triple today, it was against a lefty. When you look at your numbers this month against lefty, you've gotten really back on track. What do you think has just led to that success?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what my numbers are, but I don't necessarily care too much, like if it's a lefty or right up on the mound. Like I'd try and take the same at bat and have a good approach regardless. So Mook and Freddie did a great job getting on base in front of me and just kind of putting some pressure on them to try and make some pitches or make a play or something. So worked out well for us. And then Andy right behind me coming up with a big 2-run homer there was huge.
Yoshinobu set the tone in this one. 7 innings of work, but not too many strikeouts, more putting the ball on the ground. What was it like just playing behind him today?
Yeah, it's been fun. I mean, watching him, pitch every single time he's out there is really fun to watch. He either gets his strikeouts or weak contact. Like, he locates really well. I mean, even facing him previously, it's tough. I feel like he just dots everything, and you just got to wait for him to make a mistake, but he rarely does that. So it's been a lot of fun playing behind him this year.
I know he hasn't made anything of it, but just to give him some run support today, how good did that feel just for the offense?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, pitching staff's done a phenomenal job for us all year long. So we just try and do our part and put together good at bats and just try and score some runs and give them a little bit of a breathing room. So we were able to do that there in the 5th right there.
All right, Kyle, congratulations on this win and an excellent road trip overall.
Thank you. Appreciate it.